It's April 29th.
Welcome to Watcher Weekly, presented by Breather, a show where we kick back, chat, and answer your guys' questions to the best of our ability.
And today, I am going to be commandeering this show.
What?
With something that I'm very passionate about, but before we get into that, I'm going to allow the chill zone to exist.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. At the top of the chill zone, I'd like to make a few announcements. Ryan, you got some announcements, right? We got podcast announcements.
Yeah, we have a new podcast. It's called Here's What You Do. It's an advice podcast from the three of us. We answer your questions and your problems, and we try our best to give you advice. And you could listen to that right now on your favorite streaming platform, and there's gonna be new episodes of that every Monday, so look forward to that. And subscribe, rate it 5 stars if you'd like. I hope you would.
Unless you genuinely think it's like a 2-star experience, then look, give it 2.
And then rate it 5 just because you're our pals. All pity stars will be taken. Thank you for the pity star. I'll put it in my pocket.
We also have a new episode of Grocery Run coming up this week.
That's right, we got Ship Sibs.
Grocery Run, yes, you're right.
Ship Sibs, the medal winners?
You're not gonna want to miss this one because I may or may not have gotten to wear their Olympic medals.
Oh. I didn't know that was legal. All right, so yeah, a lot of exciting stuff going on here. But now I think it's time, before we get into Steven's wild adventure for the week, let's enjoy the chill zone. How you guys doing?
Yes.
You guys see I got my big cans on this week. Is that what they call them? Cans? I got big cans?
Yeah.
I
You
think
a
that's
record
what they're called
producer?
in the in like the audio scene.
Yeah,
The
I
audio.
look like change those levels. Take that back. Play that guitar again. It's like I'm a producer. Yeah.
You're like Dr. Dre.
I'm like Dr. Dre. Many people say that about me.
Yeah.
Cans by Shane Madej. That's what I'm talking about.
Cans by Madej.
Now, where are we sitting here?
Ryan, how about you be in the middle this week, Ryan? You're right here.
So where would
Or
I
no,
be looking
Steven
at?
should be in the middle because he's taking over the show.
All right, I'm going in the middle, guys.
All right, and just to
and that
throw
means-
a curveball at Ryan, Ryan, you'll be all the way on the left.
Screen left, okay. Could you explain that to me?
No, you're just being intentionally obtuse.
I've been
Screen
doing that
left.
for the past 4 weeks.
It's opposite of stage left. So you're stage right, but screen left.
No, stage left and screen left are the same, aren't they?
Wait, are you guys doing it now too?
How's your week's been?
I started running again last night. I stopped for like 2 weeks because I stubbed my toe and it was like black. What? I don't think I broke it. I didn't break it because it's fine now.
On a stub?
It was a hell of a stub, man. And it was my little toe. I'm not gonna show feet because their show feet guy is out
Please
there.
show the feet. Show
No,
the feet.
I'm not like you. You're a sicko, man. I'm not yucking anybody's yum. And if feet are your yum, then have at 'em.
People could be allowed to be what they're into. It's time to feed the hounds. Do it.
Don't say feed the hounds, your little piggies. I realized it's fun for me to run around 8 p.m. when everyone starts banging their pots and pans and screaming for the essential workers. It's a weird trademark of the era, this 8 p.m. screaming that goes on.
That's a weird thing that your apartment's doing. I don't know anybody that does that.
It's happening all around the country at 8 p.m.
You wouldn't understand, Ryan, coming from,
Big
Yeah,
Apple
we all know
Steve in-
Schaumburg, Illinois is the...
I was born in Schaumburg, Illinois, but more accurately, I was born under the bean, baby.
You're like one of those people that was born in like Sherman Oaks and says that like, oh, I'm from LA.
Do you say you're from LA or do you say you're from Arcadia?
I say I'm from Pasadena.
Pasadena?
What? That's not the same thing.
No, but it's the only little small
Oh,
city
here
that's
we
kind of
go.
similar to Arcadia.
Oh, I see. It's okay for you to lie about where you came from. You are a liar.
It's so much smaller of a lie, and it's in the same train of thought, where Schaumburg is like this little fleck of dust on the Porsche that is Chicago.
Excuse me? We have
You gonna take that?
We have one of 9 medieval times in the country. We have.
Oh wow!
I
what a
think
feather in
before-
your cap. You have not.
Until
you have
recently,
one of
the
9.
largest IKEAs in the world, and we have the best mall in the nation.
So what you're telling me is that the marquee attractions in Schaumburg are chains that you could find other places. And
Correct.
what do they have on display there? Corn?
No, it's
Dead
preserved. There's marshes, there's living cows, there's little pigs. You could go experience
That
life
sounds
like
nice.
back in the. It is really nice.
I would love to have that right now, especially in
I
these
know.
times.
Gosh.
Just to kick back and chill with the grass. And speaking of things I'm grateful for, I am now taking over the show. Watch Your Weekly, you belong to me.
All right, before Steven takes the reins of this episode, just a heads up, we will be answering questions again this week over on Watch Your Weekly Plus. You can head over there. It's patreon.com/watcher. Steven.
So this episode is not sponsored by DoorDash, but they did challenge me to spend $5,000 on delivery in one day. Right now, restaurants are struggling. And it's really tough because they're put in almost an impossible situation where they can either stay open, but then risk themselves and their employees, or close shop, which means that then they wouldn't be able to feed their families or feed their employees' families. You may be wondering, well, Steven, why does the title of this video say $5,000 of delivery? Now, to promote local restaurants, there's two things that we're doing here. Today, we're just gonna be talking about them. And secondly, I thought, why not just order takeout and delivery for all of the Watcher employees and just promote their favorite local restaurant. So we're doing that today.
Wait, Steven, you're even gonna give some to me? You're not Midwest ally?
Yes, I love you like a brother, I guess. That's what we're doing today. We're gonna spend $5,000 of DoorDash credit. You ready to eat $5,000 of food?
We have to eat $5,000 worth of food?
Maybe just you, Shane.
I couldn't do that. I'm not one of those worth it boys whose stomach is accustomed to, digesting diamonds. So
What's worth it?
worth it is, Ryan, imagine BuzzFeed Unsolved with 5 times as many views.
5 times as many views, but maybe 1/5 of the quality?
With that being said, let's do this.
What are you feeling, Shane?
There's a restaurant we used to go to when we worked at BuzzFeed called Hoi Ka in Hollywood.
Let's get that Hoi Ka for you, Shane. I'm putting that right in right now.
Yay.
Hoi Ka Thai restaurant. What do you want?
I want that green curry with a little crispy pork.
I see
maybe.
green curry.
I like the white rice.
Crispy pork substitution, I respect that. That's a good
All right,
move.
special instructions.
I learned that from you.
Thank you.
My spice level at this restaurant is 0. And that is actually sometimes also spicy.
Let's now go into Ryan's order. What do you want, Ryan?
I think I'm gonna go Chinese, considering the times right now, the negative media that's being spun around China. I feel like a Chinese restaurant will be appropriate, not only for that, but also because it's delicious and I miss Chinese food and I haven't had it in a while. Let's go with Northern Cafe. I'm gonna get the house special lamb. I believe is it cumin or cumin?
Cumin.
Cumin. I'm gonna do the house special cumin lamb. And then I'm also going to do a side order of juicy pork dumplings.
Ooh, okay. Nice, all
I
right.
want to splurge and go for the sauteed string beans? I do.
Do it.
Nope.
It's done. I sent it. It's going to your house right now.
Steven, what are you getting?
Hambat's on here, but it's like,
What's hamba?
oh, Hambat is an incredible oxbone soup restaurant.
I like bones. Bones are good.
I've never had oxtail soup. I've never had ox bone soup. I've never had ox anything.
When coronavirus first hit, people were actually scared of eating in K-Town. And so I wanted to support these restaurants here in K-Town. There's a bunch of them, and I love them all. For me, I'm gonna go with Yangji Gamjatang. They make really good soups. They're a staple here in K-Town, and I love samantang. I don't know if many of you know, I love oxbone soup. It's one of my guilty pleasures. One of my just like overall pleasures in life. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get a fried rice. So now that we've placed in all the orders, here are the ways that you, when you order takeout delivery, can eat the food at home safely. 1, take a few minutes to create a safe food environment when the food arrives by cleaning the surfaces it will touch. 2, pay and tip in advance to minimize person-to-person interaction. 3, let the driver leave the food at the doorstep. Wait until the driver is at least 6 feet away before picking up the food. 4, pick up any takeout or delivery packages with gloves if possible, but if not, just make sure to wash your hands. 5, remove the food from the takeout bags or containers. Put the food on a plate and dispose of or recycle them appropriately. 6, after disposing of packaging, wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water. And 7, make sure to wipe counters or other surfaces where you unpack the food. And then enjoy.
I love Ricos because they have great portions, great prices, and honestly, I think they taste really good. If you're in the mood for Mexican food, go on DoorDash and check them out.
So today I picked Dave's Hot Chicken for my meal. They just opened up 5 minutes away from me, and I love Nashville hot chicken, so it was an easy choice.
I chose this restaurant because I think Korean fried chicken is the best chicken. If you haven't tried it yet, you're definitely missing out. So go try some Korean fried chicken.
That was delicious.
Highly recommend Moonbowls. They're great, healthy Korean food, which is exactly what I was craving, and I never tried them before, actually.
We got some ramen from a local place called Ramen Izakaya. Thank you, DoorDash.
I chose Desano because they have awesome Neapolitan-style pizza with great sauce, and times like this is perfect to support your local pizza place.
I chose Bludso's because my husband and I both grew up in Florida. We're from the South. We ate a lot of barbecue growing up, and we were so thrilled because it's so freaking delicious. Thank you, Bludso's, and thank you, DoorDash.
We've only spent $570 so far, guys.
That's not enough. That's surprising with Ryan in the mix, because I've seen Ryan eat 6 plates of food.
Sure, I am a human pig. Hi, I'm Ryan Bergara, and I'm a human pig.
We have spent $570. We need to spend the rest. And so I actually found an organization called Frontline Foods. They are an amazing group of people that raise funds from the community to support local restaurants and feed heroes working on the front lines. So we found 3 restaurants where we're going to be placing giant delivery orders for healthcare workers. The city that's being hit the hardest right now is New York City. And one of the restaurants there that I loved was Madame Vo. And we actually talked to them on our Hidden Narratives podcast. But I wanted to catch up with him here. Take it away, Steven, to your interview with Jimmy Lee from Madame Vo. All right, Jimmy, how's it going?
Good, man. Just hanging in there, bro. It's good seeing you.
Good seeing you too. It's been a while. We did talk recently on Hidden Narratives, and you were sharing your story about how things were going right after the pandemic hit. How are you and your family doing?
Great news. Our family's doing great. Everybody's doing well. We're all healthy. You know, that's most important.
That's good to hear. And then how is your restaurant family doing? You own 2 restaurants, Madame Vo Barbecue. You guys are still operating right now?
Yeah, we're still operating our original Madame Vo location. Barbecue is closed. We took about a 75 to 80% hit. But right now we're making donations and cooking for people in the front lines, and also open for delivery and takeout for dinner service.
If you were to distill this whole change down into what are the main ways it's affected your life? Just the whole pandemic hitting Madame Vo.
I mean, it's wild, I used to be so excited to go to work. Every day I would wake up and, we love what we do. So going to work was so exciting. Now, we still have our commitment and we still go to work, but when you go to work, it's a different perspective. It's like being fearful.
I remember when I was living in New York, I used to go to Madame Vo all the time, and I had your incredible short rib pho. I had your amazing spring rolls. The one thing I really miss from Madame Vo is your Vietnamese iced coffee. Oh my God, nothing wakes me up more in this world than that iced coffee. I'm pretty sure there's like something else in there.
Dude, it's so strong. I mean, I remember you used to sneak in just to buy some. You wouldn't even let me know, and I was just like, oh my God.
No, man, you're doing really good food, and we all really miss eating there. So I can't wait for the whole pandemic to pass, What you're doing and what all restaurant workers are doing right now is very brave.
Thank you, man. And just our entire operation has changed drastically. We have embraced so much love from the community and just from people all over like the States sending us donations. It's been really heartfelt.
In the spirit of the video that we're filming right now, shamelessly plug Madame Vo. If you live in New York, go and eat their food. They do delivery, they do takeout. And one thing we wanted to do with you in partnering for this video is we want to actually purchase some of your food. And unfortunately, we can't eat it here in Los Angeles, but send that love and that food over to some hospitals in New York. We found a few restaurants in New York we want to spend that money on, and obviously I love Madame Vo, and so we were like, let's spend $1,000 at Madame Vo.
Dude, we would love to do it, man. We've been doing it, and that really means a lot. We love what we do, and we would kindly accept that. Thank you so much.
We're gonna put in a huge DoorDash order. I've never done this before. What should I put in for an order?
For hospitals, we tend to make one of the same thing. Our restaurant has already done almost 750 meals already. We take a lot of pride in what we serve them, just as much as in the restaurant, takeout or whatever. We want this meal to comfort them. We want this meal to uplift them.
Thank you for being on board with this. We really appreciate it.
No, it's truly an honor, bro. All the time.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to disperse the rest of the money. So there's about $1,500 per restaurant. So we're gonna be ordering 100 meals from Madame Vo right now on DoorDash to deliver to Mount Sinai, Brooklyn. Frontline Foods also is working with a few other restaurants. So we're going to order 95 crispy rice bowls from Ruby's Cafe for a delivery going to Mount Sinai, Brooklyn as well. And then we're going to order 106 crispy chicken bowls from Fieldtrip, and that's gonna go to Harlem Hospital. We just literally burned through $5,000 of food credit. That was crazy. I don't think we've ever spent, even on Worth It, we've never spent that much money. First of all, thank you to Frontline Foods for participating in this and helping us get the food to the right people. And also thank you to the restaurants who all participated. We're gonna put their information all in the description below. And please, order delivery, order takeout, support local restaurants because they definitely need it right now.
Cool, boy, it's crazy how much a little meal goes a long way in terms of making you feel better.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working long hour shifts.
Yeah.
And you don't really have the time to make food or even go to the grocery store to get supplies to get food.
Well, thanks for putting that together, Steven.
You know me, high price points, food, like mixing those things together. We are actually filming a Worth It episode right now on takeout.
Are you shooting it remotely?
Yeah, we're gonna do a
cool.
remote Worth It.
Maybe I'll check the show out. Never seen it.
Yes. So if you want to support Frontline Foods, you can actually go to their website and donate there. Or if you want to support local restaurants, make sure you just order takeout delivery from them. A lot of them are struggling. So let's all come together and really just get through this pandemic together.
Well, this has been Steven, commendable job commandeering the show here. It was fun to take a look. There's no rules on Watcher Weekly. I think we all know
No rules,
that.
baby.
Yeah.
And big shout out to
Here.
Brittany for putting this whole thing together.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, well that does it for this episode of Watcher Weekly. You guys got anything left to say here?
No, thanks for, I guess so. Thanks for sitting with us again this week. As I said, if you got any questions for us, we'll be answering them on Watcher Weekly Plus over at patreon.com/watcher. Listen to the podcast. Check out Grocery Run this week. We'll see you next week.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Ta-ta.